So here we have the box opening. I've gone a little bit mad. Got myself an FTX DR8, probably one of the best value, or so everybody says. 6S ready, sand buggy type kits on the market, metal shocks, waterproof motor and ESC. It's a hobby wing type sort of bulk kit ESC. A few aluminium parts, aluminium chassis, 15 kilo waterproof servo. So everything's sort of like all set up for good fun, especially at this time of year. So we've just taken out the big box, and obviously I've not opened it yet. There's a blue version and a red. The one I've ordered is blue. My friend's recently bought one, which has prompted my purchase, and he's bought the his is red. So what does it tell you down here? Ready to run, 2.4 gig, lights, everything. So let's open the box and have a look. Oh right, there's a picture on the side, actual size. So there's my hand. Give you a bit of scale. I've only got a medium size hand. It's 1/7 scale. I think it's it says 1/8, but it might be 1/7. It's a bit bigger than a sort of typical 1/8 race buggy, like a Kyosho MP10, sorry, the TLR Typhon, that sort of thing. So let's open the box and have a look. So it's very cleverly packaged. It rolls out the box on its wheels, which I think is a really good design. So we'll continue getting out the box and then let you have a look. So this is what it looks like from the top. Obviously the wheels are attached. First impressions on the rubber, strong, grippy, plenty of tread. They're pre-glued, foams inside there. Get a spare wheel when you lose one. Seems very rigid and robust, the roll cage. Now the panels on it, I assumed that these would be plastic, but it appears that they're Lexan, and it's a mixture of printed on the inside and stickers on the outside, so they're probably going to be quite tough, I would think. There's an absolutely massive light bar across the front here, and there's LED lights tucked into the back somewhere as well. Unlike the ZD racing version, which is very similar, they actually have oil reservoirs on the shocks, but you've just got pretend ones on here. But it's still a nice little bit of detail, fire extinguishers, etc, etc. Let's get the radio out and have a look. I'm assuming the radio's in this white box, but I think we'll get the car out and have a look at the car first. So back to first impressions. It's robust. The suspension seems pretty good, you know, out of the box. Massive shockers on there with rubber bolts, stainless steel adjustable turnbuckles, sway bar, anti-roll bar, front and rear. Obviously it's full bearings, and all the plastics seem to be really good quality. I mean, that's it sat above a typical kitchen drawer. Forgive the coffee or whatever I've spilled down there. I'm really impressed. In fact, what my plan is, I'm gonna garage the rest of my fleet for winter that is only sort of part waterproof, and I'm gonna run this through the winter and see how it fares. So let's get the top off. So to get the top off, you have to unplug the lighting kit. We'll have a look at the body first of all. Like I say, you've got a proper spare tyre, which is nice. We all occasionally lose one, don't we? It's got loads of great little details like the filler cap, fire extinguishers, obviously co-pilot and pilot, driver and co-driver, a little range of pretend channels like YouTube and that sort of thing. Little tiny FTX sticker on the front of me. The lighting bar looks really impressive. I'm not quite sure where the rear lights are. Oh, there they are. The rear lights tucked away under the roof. Some nice detail on the roof here as well, with the aerodynamic fins. I'm genuinely really impressed with the build of this. I mean, the weight alone in the body, you know, it's all It's all proper kit. You know, it's all Lexan printed, then it's been overspread by the looks of it. And this is only ABS, but lightweight. I noticed the driver's heads are screwed in. We could probably turn one to look in a different direction. So I like it. I mean, for a ready to run kit, 355 quid with a 150 amp brushless setup and waterproof. I think it's a 4274 size motor. We'll look at that in a minute. I think it's a lot of car for the money. So let's go on to the chassis. So from the front, so you've got shock covers on the towers. Obviously there must be a buggy similar version. It's got pivot ball steering, which is a sort of race feature for more steering. It's got an adjustable Ackerman plate. Aluminium top brace in blue to match the body. The link here is steel as well. Aluminium servo horn. I'll probably swap that servo straight out. I've got a load of 25 and even 45 kilo ones lying around. I'll probably do that. And then plug wise, we're on, you know, XT90s, which is pretty good out the box. I saw there was some in the bag. It looks like spare plugs, some spare XT90 plugs. Instructions. Binding thing, aerial tube for the radio, the usual. So looking at the rest of the car, you've obviously got an aluminium chassis. It's very thick, very rigid. Plastic side guards, supports on the chassis, front to rear are plastic. Aluminium at the front, quite a big battery box. And this is a sort of Hobby King selling to manufacturers grade. 150 waterproof ESC. I don't know how programmable it is. It's got a button, but that might just be for switching modes. We can soon find out when I read the instructions. 15 kilo metal geared servo. I'm assuming it'll be digital. Aluminium motor mount, and then this 4274 size motor. Can't quite see the label, can we? There we go. 2000 kilovolts, proper sort of truck size. And the shocks, as you can probably see, are really nice. Very similar to the ZD Racing ones. I've got a set upstairs, we can have a look. We're even looking at this, like aluminium braces. By the way, everyone, I'm not on commission. I've bought this with my own hard-earned cash. This is a plastic mount here. Both sides. I wonder if the front ones where they get a bit of abuse of metal. Yeah, the front arm mounts of metal. The quality on the shocks, the finish, everything, just the finish, the feel. You know, if somebody had told me this was a Traxxas or an Armour, you know, other than the giveaway motor and ESC, I would have believed them. You know, even the really solid top mount for the diff cover. Obviously the centre diff in there. Yeah, and I mean, looking at the layout, I don't know. It's very familiar of all the major brands. You know, it's familiar of Hubeo, familiar with the ZD Racing ones, which, I don't know, they Hubeo clones anyway. I mean, the body mounts are super tough. I mean, just everything. I'm impressed, it speaks quality. You know, and I've already decided that 4S is fast enough running my TLR Typhon. So whether I'll actually run this on 6S, I don't know. I might have a little go. You know, you do. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look at the radio. So the radio, typical pistol grip. It's very plasticky, but lightweight, which is good. But it's got a rubber wheel, which is quite nice. Very sort of typical. I like the little cover though that covers the controls. I now can't get open, having never tried to do it before. So we try again. There we go. So you've got all the steering trim, throttle trim, and I don't know. Steering trim, throttle trim, and STDR. Is that throttle rate, steering rate? I don't know. We'll have to have a look at that. I'll have to read the instructions. Obviously, the reversing instructions. Yeah, STDR. Steering dual rate, perhaps. Speed and slow the steering up and down. Don't know. We'd have to have a look at the instructions on that. But, you know, it's quite a modern system. It's AFHDS, which is, you know, well used, well known. You do wonder if there's some fly sky in this somewhere or something like that. I don't know. Conrad Electronics in whoever that is. But yeah, I like it. It'll do for bashing about in the rain. I don't have to take my posh radio out in the rain and get it wet. So I'm really looking forward to running this. Overall, bear in mind I've seen my mate's FS Racing Atom version, and that's used, and I was impressed. I think I'm going to be quite impressed with this. We'll have to get up and running and see how good it is. So great body, great looking chassis, very well made. Nice little budget radio, good ESC, probably a great motor, budget servo, forgot to mention a little waterproof radio box as well, or at least damp proof. I like it a lot.